Hey everyone, wherever you are, welcome to the Gravediggers. We've got that double header against Spurs and Bayern Munich, and we could really do. I hate to say it, but I feel like we kind of need a win from one of these games to secure our place in the next round of the Champions League. Fingers crossed, and let's go. Yes, everyone, welcome back. So, I think we just get straight into where we're up to. So, we saw you in the 1-0 defeat to Real Madrid. We then drew 1-1 away from home against Villarreal. And don't get me wrong, I think Villarreal were probably the better team, if I remember rightly. But, I think we can be a little bit disappointed that we kind of gave away a very sort of sloppy, unnecessary equaliser. And you'll see why in a minute. I really think we should have done better with this. The shot was kind of going nowhere. We take the lead. Machetic whips it in, and Ratkov with a header at the far post. And then I can't even remember who it was. Was it actually Origi? No, I don't think it was. It was Holmgren Pedersen. I think he basically goes to actually play it across the box, and Sanicanin tries to block it, and it goes in. That was 1-1 for that one. And then we have to consider it 2 points dropped really against Poulsen. We go behind after Naumov saves a penalty, and then they put in the rebound. And this is a team that we put 4 goals past last season across 2 legs. And we couldn't make it count. And like I said, I think we have to consider that 2 points dropped. It still does leave us in 19th. Remember, everyone, we need to finish in the top 26. And we're currently 3 points clear of Celtic, who are 2 points clear of Celtic, who are probably the nearest rivals to knocking us out of that space. But we have got to play Spurs and Bayern Munich. I'm pretty nervous about our chances. If we'd have beaten Poulsen, it'd be looking at a completely different picture. But what we can obviously see though is that our form domestically has been massive. Beat Chuchuichi Stankom again. We beat Vojvodina 4-0. We seem to have banished any sort of real sense of them as being a bogey team for us. I don't think we've lost now in quite a few games, but I just always used to find them really difficult to play against in the first season or so. They just seem to be a really good team. It might help that we did probably buy their best player at the time in Mirko Topic, who has been really, really good for us. Unfortunately, he's not fully fit for this Spurs game, which is a real shame. And I do have a few little things to show you as well in terms of transfers. So we've got 3 players joining us and potentially another one. So Luis Suarez's contract was running out, and I thought, okay, you know what, I'll offer him a contract because Wolves were being a bit funny about his transfer. So I wanted them to pay part of his wages because he was on 67k a week, and they weren't having it. So I was like, well, I'll just offer him a contract, and he was happy to accept like something like 2.5k. That's not what he's on at the moment. That's not what he's joining us on. That's what he's on at the moment, but that's not what he's joining us on. And I hoped, I'll do that, and then I'll see if I can buy him now. Like when a player signs a pre-contract agreement from your team with another team, you can have the option to sell now. And I thought, I'll see if I can buy now. It's not giving me such an option, unfortunately. Esposito, his contract was expiring at Inter. He is joining us as well on a free at the end of the season. As is Tajon Buchanan. So anybody watching Canada in the World Cup this season, he has been their really exciting right-sided sort of wing-back/winger. And he is joining us for a free in the summer as well. Hopefully someone who can provide a little bit of competition, or even, first team sort of spot on that right-hand side with Machetic leaving. And then hopefully he's someone who, we can look at to sort of potentially sell back on if he does well for us. We've also offered a contract to Anselmo Garcia McNulty of Wolfsburg. Just someone I think could be a really good defender for us. He's still young, he's only 21. And he's got some really good attributes. So hopefully he will join in the summer. We're just waiting on him to accept that, hopefully. In terms of outgoings, we had a bit of faff with Nemanja Jovic. We had 3 clubs, Mainz, Freiburg, and Frankfurt, all hit his release clause. Thankfully, he wasn't interested in going, and he also wasn't interested in signing a new contract with us because he still thinks he is waiting on the outcome of a promise, which is to win silverware after a discussion that I had with him this season when we got knocked out of the Serbian Cup. So he basically, until we win, he's not going to sign a cup. He's not going to sign a new contract with us, which is a bit annoying and a bit scary because a top team could come in and go, we'll give you, I think cautious is probably quite wise. We'll give you, here you go, 5.25 as your release clause. And I'm just worried he's going to go, actually, yeah, I'm going to go to them and we're going to lose him when I feel like we could potentially get more for him. I'm just going to try and... I'm just a bit reluctant to go completely open and expose ourselves against Spurs. But the team, I think, here is probably the team we're going to have to go with us not having a fully fit Topic. Patrick is on international duty. Arda Güler did join. Unfortunately, we can't register him for this game, as we discussed last time. But he is instantly probably one of the best players in the league. He's just so good, and he's still only 19. So this is the option we have for him. Is an optional future fee of 5 million up front, and then there's a load of add-ons. So I'm hopeful. Our transfer budget, I'll show you later. I think our transfer budget at the moment is around about 1.5 mil or something like that. You might have seen it on the previous screen. I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm hoping we can kind of scrap that 5 mil together and do that deal. I realised I did completely gloss over actually what the team is. So we've got Matic, Stepanovic and Belovic in the middle. Micetic and Jovic on the wings, Ratkov up the top. And then Zanotti, Van der Karp, Sanicanin and Jokic at the back. And this is Spurs team. Number 16, Harry Kane. Okay. And then they've got Rozier, Demiral, Teata, Mikolenko, and still got Kulusevski, Son, Skip, Højbjerg, and who was the other midfielder? I can't remember. Who's that other midfielder they've got sitting in the middle of the park? We'll find out because I'm going to set up some opposition instructions because I don't trust my assistant to have done it properly. Oh yeah, actually he's done a good decent... Oh, they still got Bentancur. Demiral, I don't think has a... Does he have a decent first touch? Not really, so we'll press his first touch because it's not brilliant. What's Rozier's like? Potentially good, potentially better than it is. And what's Teata's like? Reasonable. And, hello, we've scored inside 32 seconds. While I'm busy faffing around doing opposition instructions, we're just casually taking the lead against Spurs. So it was Rozier's mistake. Jovic pressed him, wins the ball. There's a lovely ball back to Micetic and scores, flipping heck, and we're 1-0 up inside 30 seconds. What a start. Right, that makes my opposition instructions a little bit easier because we just continue to press Rozier. Because obviously he is not particularly comfortable on that. And they haven't really got any real playmakers in the middle apart from Bentancur. Son's not fully fit. I daren't press Kulusevski because he is just too good. We'll try, but I think he will just ping it past us. Yeah, we will try. And Son, we just want to closely mark Son. Micetic wins the ball from Son. Here he goes, Ratkov. Ratkov coming forward. Plays it to Zanotti. Stepanovic gives the ball away. Can't be doing that against these. You really cannot be doing that against these. Jokic sends him back, that's fine. Rozier's cross comes to Højbjerg. Easy save. I am actually going to stick Jokic on defending because I want him to be tight. And on Kulusevski and not giving Kulusevski any options down the wing at all. Easy save, easy save. We'll take that all day. Bit loud. It wasn't okay with me turning the music down. I just felt like I couldn't really hear myself talk. Tell you what, if we can scrap up. And we're not going to do it when we do that, when we literally can't play simple defensive header out from the back because they get in each other's way and Kane gets the ball and scores. Just as I was saying, if we can try and sneak a result here, what are those two actually doing? Sanicanin takes the ball off Van der Karp's head. Kane gives it to Son and gets it back and scores a nice little finish under the keeper. I blame those two. Oh, Zanotti! Like, why? Why make that foul? I've never seen these not be given. Here we go. Now, Naumov isn't terrible, He's pretty good at saving penalties. He's got a decent record, but it's Harry Kane. So I'm expecting him to score it. Yeah, tends to keep it the wrong way. Goes left just like he does in real life. And this time he kept it down. I have to start trying. It's such a lightning start. Individual errors costing us, really. You know, it's, you know, we are obviously a completely different Spurs. And, you know, defense is definitely, I know, needs improving. Certainly centre backs, anyway. I know they are in desperate need of improving. Don't get me wrong, Van der Karp is decent, Sanichan is decent, but neither of them are out for this. Plays it to Matic. Over. But you know what? Keep trying. Keep working on stuff like that. Let's just, you know what? Let's just try our usual. Well, it's not quite our usual. We're still playing a little bit deeper at the back. We would normally to try and defend. What a save by Narmov. Was that actually defended as well? Stepanovic clears it. Come on, Jovic. Let's go. Let's go. Run. I feel like he was getting tackled and then snapping in. We're only sitting 21st though. I think a few other results are going our way. Did I see Red Star beating Napoli? Because if so, that's brilliant. Need to get them going through if we can as well. Who just decides to leave Bentancur with a free header at the back? Come on. Yes, Sanichan, it's better. Siaka. No! Great save from Nalmov. What are you doing? Get rid of it. Take. Is he already on take? Oh, he's on take. Jokic is on take fewer risks. I want you taking fewer risks. Don't be faffing around with that. Dribble out when Kulusevski's right on you. Get rid of the ball. Lovely turn for Japan. Jovic. Oh, great ball. That's a class ball from Jovic for the outside of his foot for Ratkov. We're not completely absent. We're still keeping ourselves relevant, Spurs. Nice. Go on, Ratkov. Go. Jamie couldn't buy a foul and get a penalty. Stepanovic not having a great game. Neither is Matic is having a decent game. A reasonable game, but he's tired. Stepanovic is bumped up a little bit. Come on. Yes, let's go. Don't you look a bit more threatening since I made those little subtle changes? Okay. I actually made 2 changes. So the 2 players who were really flagging in Stepanovic and Matic have taken off. Brought on Ilic to be the ball-winning midfielder. And I brought Petkovic on because he can play the number 10 role for Matic. And I've actually pushed him up a little bit. So he's hopefully going to try and help Link play up a little bit better in and around the strikers and the wingers and see what happens. Like I said, you know, kind of, I don't know if a point out of next to this and Bayern is going to be enough, if, you know, depending on other results. So pressure is on really to try and sneak a draw. Hope that carries us through. Kulusevski's off, that's good. Oh, but they just bring on Dybala instead. Okay. Great. Absolutely great. And Villarreal are beating Inter. Oh no, Napoli were beating Red Star. Where does Petkovic with a shocking that's good shielding by Ilic, I don't mind that. Where's the table? Better. This puts us 22nd at the moment. Okay. The ball is in. Great save from Naumov. A great double save from Naumov. Unbelievable goalkeeping. I've been so impressed with him. He's been really good. Balic, come on lads, come on. I reckon there's something here for us. Something here. So we're still 2 points safe going into the every time. Ratkov's having a stinker. And Jokic. He does this, Ratkov. He goes missing sometimes. Absolutely vanish. Great tackle. You just absolutely. Son's injured as well. Just realised that the time of the game that's gone really. I'm gonna bring on Badshar because Drushevich has been alright, but he's not been brilliant. I'm gonna bring him on for Jovic. And maybe just Terzic for me. See. No, not Bajdar. He's done alright. We brought him off the bench in the game. Got like 2 goals or something like that in like 10 minutes. So he's obviously got an eye for goal. He's another youngster. He's someone who we touched on last season about. That's full time. I mean, overall match stats are pretty poor, really. Obviously, a lot of Spurs' XG will come from the penalty. They have far more shots than us. Naumov had a blinder. We matched them for possession, but it doesn't matter when you lose. But I think to lose 2-1 at home to Spurs, I don't think we can take too much aim. It's kind of like the Madrid game. Like, we have to kind of look at this as we are a team who only dream of having the likes of Harry Kane, Son, Vinicius Jr., Valverde, etc. These teams that we played. And, we lost to Madrid 1-0, lost to Spurs 2-1. I don't think we can be too disheartened, because I think it shows that at this stage, this has sent us out of the competition. How? But, I mean, that sums the point up. They're at a much bigger level than we are. Right, I need to look at this. I felt like mathematically we could still go through. Can we not? Oh, is it because... Is it a bit of a glitch? Is it because we can't go through this stage? Is that what it is? We can't mathematically qualify in 8th? Is that literally all it means? Because we're currently sat in 22nd and we'll be going to the knockout playoff round. But I think that's all it means. I think it means that we statistically can't qualify in the top 8. That's okay. So yeah, just going back to what we were talking about before, transfer budget. So we basically need to somehow generate just under 4 million's worth of income to sort of make that Goulart signing permanent. I don't know what the board are going to give us. Oh, where it's in final. It's minimum 595. Hopefully we'll get more. But the board, he's still looking to sell the club. So if we get a new owner, hopefully we'll get a little bit more money. But obviously they're generally very happy with us. And I think, like I was saying, just to touch back on the Spurs Madrid point, they're at the level that we want to be at, and it's going to be a long time before we get to that. Very, very long. But it shows that we can already sort of compete a little bit if we're sort of just narrowly missing out. Just realised I was chatting rubbish before. Garcia McNulty wasn't a approached to sign. He was a loan signing, so he'll be joining us in the hopefully in the next round of the Champions League. Get there along with Arda Güler and Esposito. But we'll have to see, because obviously you're generally limited to the number of new players you can add. I feel like I glossed over a few bits before. I feel like it's been a while since I've done this, even though it hasn't. I just feel like it's been a while. We're going up against Bayern Munich, and it's telling us to go defensive, which I think is perfectly fair. Although I don't always find playing defensive football works that well in Football Manager. I don't want playing. I'm going to play Stepanovic there. I'm going to put Topic there, Belic, and Milosavljevic is also back. The Matic's poor game, which can duck out. We just have to leave it at that for now, in that regard. I think we stick with Ratkov because he has always got the potential to do something. But yeah, so we're signing Luis Suarez in the summer. I half expect him to join and retire beforehand. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. It seems to be the way that these things happen. That they get an aging player coming in, and then they just retire. But we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Check in audio. Music doesn't weird. I'll try and sort that out before the game starts. But anyway, with Jokic being suspended, we're going to put Shannon in at the left back, which Stepanovic in there. We do have Mihailovic on the bench who can play at left back if needed, and Jovic is still wanted by Mainz and Freiburg, even though he doesn't want to go there. Ratkov is wanted, and as I have said before, I would be prepared to sell him. Like I said, he has this habit of going missing certain games. Really frustrating for him. Although if he's still here and Suarez comes, hopefully, basically I've signed Suarez to add a bit of a mentoring role, really, just to rates through mentoring units. Someone who'll basically just be a squad player, and I'm just going to try and tell him, well, if we keep doing what we did last time, because we just had a friendly Colibaro, which we won 4-2. And I'm just going to try and talk everyone up, basically. But yeah, he's someone who we potentially, it's like 1-1 or we're losing in a big game and we're struggling to break them down. We just throw him on up top as like a poacher alongside another striker, someone to do all the legwork. And, he can maybe just, pop up with a little important goal. We're going to be keeping a close eye on this tape. Going to have this screen open. This game, they're already coming forward. Poro into Thomas Muller, and Alphonso Davies heads it straight at Naumoff, and we'll happily take that level of threat all day. Go a bit more standard. They've got Ansu Fati and Sadio Mane up top. I think they're basically playing like a very sort of narrow 4-4-2, and Ratkov's in, and it's just deflected wide. That was a lovely bit of football between Micetic and Ratkov. Micetic in endless space because, like I said, they are playing very narrow Bayern Munich. And obviously, Alphonso Davies is going to be so aggressive that there's always going to be space in behind Micetic. So they are playing, just so I can quickly show you, Channon is injured. So that means that, where is he? Mihailovic is going to come. And he can, if needed, he can play as an inverted wing back quite happily, which will obviously help with our possession retention. If I show you, yeah, so they're basically playing this, and obviously with Davies bombing forward and Poro bombing forward, there should always be space here, really, for Jovic and Micetic. Basically run at the defenders. And they've got Declan Rice in the middle. Saw that coming. Sadio Mane is in, and he makes it 1-0. Lovely ball in from Pedro Poro. That was too easy, far too easy for Sadio Mane to score there. And puts us down to 25th. 25th. Still there, a red star at 26, so both of us are still going through at this rate. Musiala's in. Great save from Naumov. Poro whips it in. Headed away. Is it Topic? And it's headed away this time by Mihailovic. Come on, we gotta get out. Gotta get out. Get out. Come on. Gotta get out. Great tackle from Stepan. What a tackle. Back to this. I need to see the tape. Topic. Don't dwell on the ball. And that's just why. Cannot be dwelling on the ball. At the moment, Salzburg and Celtic going out at our expense, I think. Although I think I did just see that Rennes or Salzburg jumped up, but they seem to be taking Red Star's place, not out. That's ridiculous defending from Stepanovic. Well played, sir. Well played. And I'm going to stick him as a defensive midfielder on defense. He's off his tackle for Balic, just to Balic also needs to use our tackle. But still, somehow, flinging in here. Yes, Jovic. You know what we're going to do? Is it gonna get reviewed? Did I see it was gonna get reviewed? No, it's just because it was just panning straight back to Goretzka. What even happened then? That's what I want to know. Did it take a deflection or did the keeper just drop it? Mane back to Goretzka. Keeper just did a very good job. That puts us down to 25th on goal difference. Dortmund are drawing at the moment with Jagerdens. That's going to change a lot around there, isn't it? This is where goal difference is going to really come into play now. I said the game against Fenerbahce, when we had all those chances, that goal difference. Pedro Porro really should have scored that. We are lucky. We are so lucky that it's only, after all those, look at that, all that, and it's still only 2. Because I'm not prepared to risk Balic getting sent off at such an important stage in this game, I've brought on Matic for him and just stuck him back as a ball winner. I want to keep the table where it's relevant. Get that away. No, Aunt Delict can head in. It's too easy, and I'm worried that the more goals they score, we're going to slip out. So we're actually jumped up to 23rd, so obviously something's changed somewhere, scoreline wise. Salvich wins it. Stepanovic, Matic, come on. The Carp. Zanotti. Carp, come on. Get it forwards. Well, don't just hoof it forward. That's why I want you to get it forwards, because that's going to happen. You're going to lose the ball. That was a reckless tackle from Jovic to Milosavljevic. Ratkov's in. That was a decent little move, that. Just need to do more of that. Mihailovic has come on and he's had a shocking game. Jovic, Stepanovic. Okay, that's really not helpful. Yes, Milosavljevic. Oh, come on, you've got to look after the ball better. That's offside. He was offside. Definitely. I will rage if I could have. He made the run as if Sabitzer. Yeah, thank you. Made the run as if Sabitzer was the first time, and then I think he thinks it's coming earlier. Yeah, miles off. The Carp, Stepanovic, Topic. Can we not play risky passes like that, please? Up, Zanotti. Where are you going? Come on, Jovic. Don't be afraid. Put your head down. Go at him. Run at him. Don't do that. Yes, Mihailovic. Savljevic. Lovely ball. Machetic. We'll take the corner. You know, we're putting them under. We're asking questions. We are asking questions. So 10. This is going to be a 3-0 loss, probably. Not worse. But all I care about is... I'm really not asked if we lose or win, honest with you. All I want is for us to get through to the next. I know it's just a knockout playoff stage before we get to the proper knockout, but I'm happy with that. I just want to get there. I just want to get there. Can we bring street? Some players are just play. Let's prioritize taking up this wasted space. Then let's bring on Stojkovic. Game. And then, you know what, maybe we just bring on Sorensen for and leave Chetic on. Stojkovic straight in on Muller. Oh yeah, we did actually give before the winter break. We did actually give a debut to Vucic, the 16-year-old. In the Vojvodina game, I think it was. So he's another one that done to still 24. Right. Sorensen had it. This has been a lesson, hasn't it, everyone? This has been a lesson. You don't take your chances like Ratkov didn't. Get done for. Spurs, you get silly mistakes. Poor defensive heading, but on a chance. Sloppy tackle from Zanotti gave them the penalty to get the winner. Krushevic has a shot when he could have easily dribbled in. Go figure. Yeah, just shows we know we're a way off. We know we're so way off competing with these, but it's nice to know that we can create these little openings in these games. Oh, Red Star back up to 26th. How have they done that? Are they now drawing their game? See it. Honestly, I just want both of us to get through to the next to help with that coach. It's going to be really good for Serbian football. And I suppose this is probably the point of this new format. Is it's supposed to allow this lower coefficient team the chance to try and compete and earn a bit more money through exposure and match TV revenue stuff. That's a lovely goal. It's 4-1. What an incisive pass from Topic and a great finish from Machatic. Machatic, who had such a strong start to the season, which is why Chelsea he scored like 7 great goals. Then Chelsea bought him. Then he sort of stopped scoring after he rejoined us on loan. And since then, he's got a few assists. But now, in these last 2 Champions League games, he scored twice, and they're the first 2 goals he scored, I think, ages. 4-1 defeat to Bayern Munich. Yes, everyone, we qualified for the knockout playoff round, and I'm pretty sure Red Star will have done as well. And how did they manage that? They got smashed by PSG. Was it the 4th goal? Literally, it's the 4th goal. It was their consolation goal in the 87th minute, I think, that literally took them through over Celtic. What did Celtic do? They drew. So Celtic were drawing 2-2 after 79 minutes, probably thinking, yes, we're going in 26th. And then Red Star score in the 87th minute to tip them through on goal difference. What are the odds? So who misses out? Bodo, Olympiakos, Poulsen, Shamrock, Anderlecht, Jagardens. I don't know, Jagardens, is that how you pronounce it? Rennes, Stuttgart, Fener, and Celtic. So, qualify for the knockout round. So if right, can we? I think the draw's imminent. Schedule. Pretty sure the draw is imminent, like in the next day or two. I think it's like this day. Okay. So yeah, friendly.